Hard to believe the home schedule is winding down for the Wisconsin Badgers. The second to last home game of the season Saturday against the Northwestern Wildcats. We'll check out some of the highlights as the Badgers facing Pat Fitzgerald's team. This week we'll visit with Faion Hicks, Badgers cornerback, who is having a very, very good season, a part of one of the best defenses, if not the best defense in the country. We'll have our weekly sit down with head coach Paul Chryst. All coming up on today's edition of the Badgers Sports Report. As Mertz under his center, Joe Tippmann. First and goal, Graham takes the snap, hand off Allen, moving to his left, cuts it back in, touchdown Wisconsin. Braylon Allen, fresh off the bench, takes it to the end zone, and it's 6-0 the Badgers. Mertz in the shotgun, Allen to his left from the 13 to Northwestern. Mertz back to throw, fires over the middle, end zone, caught, touchdown Wisconsin. Mertz to Danny Davis, and it's 13-0 Wisconsin. Claire in there at running back now, and a jet sweep. Stephon Robinson running left, and he gets absolutely pounded by Leo Chanel. DK out to the right, Jack Dunn to the left, John Chanel wing right, now motions into the backfield. Mertz takes, gives to Allen, up the middle, touchdown Wisconsin. A walk into the end zone for Braylon Allen to make it a 20-0 game. Now Marshall Lang will go in motion to the formation. Marty takes the snap, Badgers sending 4. Lang is dropped inside the 40-yard line. Matt Henningsen getting to the quarterback. At the Northwestern 13-yard line, Marty back to throw, 4-man rush, right side, picked off at the 15-yard line. Dean Ingram bounces to the turf at the 14. If he keeps his feet, it's 6, but he'll take the interception. 1st and 10 Wisconsin, deep into Wildcats territory. They mark at the 11, 3rd down and 7. 3 receivers left, 2 on the right. Snap to Mertz, looks, throws left side. Caught by Ferguson, breaks a tackle, touchdown Wisconsin. He got away from Brandon Joseph. Mertz to Ferguson, and it's 27-0 Wisconsin. Marty surveys the Wisconsin defense, takes the snap, Badgers rushing 4. Marty steps up, fires over the middle, it's picked off. 35-40, 45 to the 50, Torchio to the 45. John Torchio inside the 40 and taken down to the 39 of Northwestern. Another turnover forced by the Wisconsin defense. 33 of Northwestern, 2nd down and 4. John Chanel, the fullback, motions right. Another hand off to Allen over the right side. Inside the 30, bumps off a defender. Inside the 25, inside the 20. Allen the 10, Allen the 5. Oh my goodness! Touchdown, Braylon Allen, as the Badgers pouring it on here in the 3rd quarter. Play fake Mertz, back to throw, lines up. He's a deep right side. DK got it. Touchdown, Wisconsin. Met behind the line of scrimmage and thrown down by Leo Chanel. Touchdown, Wisconsin. Kendrick Pryor. Mertz floats it deep left side. Dropped it in the bucket. There is a big, big win for the Wisconsin Badgers.
The Badger Sports Report with Paul Chryst is presented by UW Health, the healthcare team for the Badgers. Learn more at uwsportsmedicine.org. And is brought to you by the Construction Business Group, Wisconsin operating engineers and respected contractors. BuildingWisconsinTogether.com.
When you've been injured, you need the hometown team on your side. Trust us to get you back in the game. Call Wisconsin's own Gruber Law Offices, proud partner of Wisconsin Badger Athletics. One call, that's all.
You'll hear things like, you're gonna need to see a specialist.
That what you have is serious, like really serious.
And then you meet them, your medical team.
With research and clinical trials and new treatments.
With better procedures that lead to better results.
Then it hits you, you're gonna be okay.
UW Health. Remarkable medicine. Remarkable care.
Hard work, sweat, knowledge in your own 2 hands. These are the tools that build Wisconsin. Leave your mark on the real world with zero debt, and higher pay. All from day one. It's time to do work that works for you. Learn more at buildingwisconsintogether.com.
On this game day, Good Foods Guacamole would like to salute all you players, no matter what you seem to be playing. You, sir, are a winner. You, ma'am, triumphant, and thumbs up to whatever it is you're doing. So let's hoist a guac-laden chip to all you players out there. Good Foods Guac, made from the freshest avocado and the cleanest ingredients. So here's to all the players and whatever game it is they're trying to play. Game day is Guac Day. Good Foods Guac.
Injured? You need a team you can trust. Call Gruber Law Offices today, serving the people of Wisconsin for over 30 years. Gruber Law Offices, a proud partner of Wisconsin Badger Athletics. One call, that's all.
No, obviously I approached it a little differently than weeks past. At the end of the day, you know, I still have the same job, and that's to contribute and help this team win. But you know, I told Ches I was going to finish the season for both of us, and you know, just kind of put in some extra preparation and to make sure I was ready for today.
Braylon's always getting yards most of the time if we're on with stuff. Even if something's messed up, he's able to still get a few yards, which that's, you know, a huge thing. It changes from something being like a 2nd and 12, 2nd and 14 to 2nd and 8, 2nd and 6, which is really important. So I feel like Braylon's running style is physical and tough.
After watching him in the weight room, in the off season, there's some guys who are like, look like Tarzan, play like Jane, or they don't really hit, and then you watch him in the field and he's running dudes over. It's like, okay, that translates pretty well. So it's pretty fun watching him. I'll have a couple blocks where I'm blocking and I'll look over and he's just trucking some dude, and I'm just, this kid's 17 years old. Like, I was still in high school and it was crazy. Like, doing something like that at that age is pretty crazy.
I seen little JT in him on one of those runs today, and you know, he's just been playing his ass off. You know, he's a strong dude. He can do everything. So, you know, I'm grateful for him and looking forward to, you know, to seeing his career, and you know, looking forward to, you know, ending this season strong with him, and you know, just continue to work.
Everything's coming together, you know, to a point where we're able to run the ball and throw the ball well, and you know, teams don't really got an answer for it. You know, we saw today, Graham had a great game again, and you know, everybody's just kind of getting into a little rhythm and groove to where, you know, we really can't be stopped right now.
Kind of in a phase where it's just contagious. You know, turnovers are contagious, big plays are contagious. Everyone wants to get in on the fun. So I think the first drive we kind of needed to settle down a little bit. We were missing tackles, but after that, it was kind of like, all right, like, let's go. Like, one turnover, boom, all right, who's going to get the next one? So I think everyone just wants to make a big play and follow up and prove to everyone that, hey, I can be a part of this #1 defense.
I view our unit as the best in the nation. And, you know, I think that's a title that we like, and you know, with that comes a lot of hard work, and you know, I like where it takes so many people, you know, starting with the coaches, starting then going to the players, and then, you know, even like the scout guys that help us out, you know, everyone during the week, the GAs. It takes so many people, and you know, all that gets to show out then on Saturday during times like this. But I mean, behind the scenes, there's so much work that gets put out, you know. I think that as a complete group, complete defense, you know, I like where we're at, but at the same time, I think everyone in the program knows that we can get better.
We believe in education. We believe in public schools. At WEA Member Benefits, we believe in helping Wisconsin public school employees and their families achieve their financial goals by providing personal insurance, retirement and investment, and financial planning programs that are designed specifically for the education community. WEAbenefits.com.
My favorite breakfast is Odyssey yogurt. I asked Mommy where it comes from, and she took me to a dairy farm to learn all about milk and, most importantly, cows. Wisconsin cows are definitely the happiest, which means they make the tastiest yogurt. My favorite is blueberry. What's your flavor? Support your local farmers. EIEI Odyssey.
Throughout the course of this or any season, fans and players obviously hear the head coach talk about the journey that is a season and how that is the best part of it all, as we're joined now by head coach Paul Chryst. I mean, I've never, in the years I've known you, I've never heard you say, got to win this game, got to win this game. I think your players are smart enough to know that's the objective.
Right.
But you always do say, or often say, that the best part of the season is playing it through and the journey. Where did that come from? Have you always viewed the game that way?
I think that, you've always tried to figure out, kind of, once you got into coaching, what is it? What drives everyone? And it actually came across a poem. It was given to me called "The Station," and it talks about, this people on a journey, and so often, when I get to this landmark, when I turn 18, life's gonna be great. When I get the full-time job, when I get, buy this house, or when I, there's always something that when I get to this point, everything's gonna be all right. And the truth of it is, that's not the case, right? And it'd be kind of sad if it was. So if all of a sudden you got to that point and this is as good as life gets, that would be kind of sad to me. And then as you apply it to kind of the world that we're in, I think that really it's listening to players and what do they absolutely love playing the game the most. The time when they're out there and playing with their teammates and getting to play the game. That's why they do all this work and training. And at the end of the game, we're all competitive, and there's a scoreboard for a reason. You want to, at the end of the game, win the game. But if all you worried about was the end of the game, then to me, you miss out on the best part. If that's true, that they absolutely love playing the most, if all you're worried about is the end of the game, then you're going to miss out on the best part. And I think the same can be said with the season, and I think as time goes on now, we talk all the time about the end of, what's this mean? It's all for the end of the season, and you miss out on the enjoyment of really stacking those games. If playing those games is the best part. And you and I, we've had a number of conversations about guys that, just because there's 12 games scheduled doesn't mean they get to play in all of them. We're lucky enough to have Jack Sitchie around, this fall. And I'll never forget, experiencing him and his not being able to play. And Chris Orr, we were just talking about it, another guy that's around our guys and in our program now, played 2 plays in the LSU game, and then he's done for the season. And so you just want them to truly focus on what's right in front of them and what they enjoy the most. And I think to maximize any moment, you got to be all into that moment. So why would you concern yourself with anything other than that? And therefore, that is, to me, that's a journey. It's a journey you get to take and want to make sure that they take full advantage of it.
Those are 2 guys, too, with Jack Sitchie and Chris Orr. I mean, sure, they would love to have better luck with injuries, but I've always been under the impression with those 2 in particular, and they're not alone, but with those 2 in particular, that even though injuries may have cut a season short or whatever the case, they can look back and say, I did everything I could. As you talk about maximizing opportunities, there's 2 shining examples of guys who have done that.
It is. When you were going through that, I was thinking that might be where you're going, and it's so spot on. I think just the other day we were talking about Dakota Dixon and, T.J. Watt, another one I've just, this summer had conversations with. He's talking about and shared some with me about kind of his journey, all right, maybe in a different, but where it was taken away. And I think that just adds to, and every one of those guys, you would say, has made the most out of the opportunity, and that's what you want them to do.
Is that one of the challenges with younger players, because most of them who are here were stars in high school, right, and may have raised championship trophies, this, that, and the other, get them to understand that, look, this isn't going to be perfect. You're going to have good days, bad days, but enjoy, embrace every step, maximize every day.
Yeah, I think that is important, and it's a lesson that, we all have to learn. And I'm not saying, by saying that, I'm not saying, boy, I've perfected it or anyone has, but I think it's an approach. That's what I love about the game of football, and for our players, they care so much about it. They immerse so much energy into it, but at the end there's going to be great takeaways. And I always talk, football brings us together, and there will be great life lessons in it, and we're going to spend a ton of time, so let's do all that we can. But there are a lot of things that you'll be able to take away from the game that you can carry forward in life, because this is they're just, hopefully, God willing, they're just beginning. They're starting that journey, and this is a big part of it. But they can take so many of those life lessons. That's why all the ones that we talk about, you just feel so confident that they're going to be successful because they've gone through and overcome so many things, and it's their approach to it, and they do maximize it. But I think young guys have to learn that, and everyone's going to learn it at some point. We've talked about this before. Jonathan Taylor didn't have a lot. He got on the field early and impacted, but as he went through it, there's another pressure that comes with that. How do I stay at a high level? Right? No one's got it easy, and everyone's got a little bit different, and yet I think that mindset is so important.
Yeah, it's one of the fun things to watch, even at the position that I have, watching these guys go through it. And there's tough times, they battle through it, they embrace every step of the way. So even old dudes like me can learn something from watching young guys like the guys who play at the University of Wisconsin. We'll take a break. We have more to come, and we continue on the Badger Sports Report.
Compeer Financial has always been there for our clients and communities in any situation. And our support continues today as our clients work relentlessly to feed, clothe, and fuel the world. Compeer is proud to continue our strong commitment to our clients, the rural communities where they live, and to agriculture. We're here to help meet the financial needs of rural America, and we'll navigate through this together.
You'll hear things like, you're gonna need to see a specialist.
That what you have is serious, like really serious.
And then you meet them, your medical team.
With research and clinical trials and new treatments.
With better procedures that lead to better results.
Then it hits you, you're gonna be okay.
UW Health. Remarkable medicine. Remarkable care.
Well, it's no secret the Wisconsin defense very good again this year, and for the last several years it has been among the nation's best. No exception here in 2021. Got one of the key reasons why the defense has been so good. Cornerback Faion Hicks joining us now. Faion, you guys set the bar really high every year. Have you hit it? You feel like maybe the best ball is still to come, or give us your assessment of how things have gone defensively this season.
Defensively, man, the best is yet to come for this defense. The standard is so high here, man. The things that Coach Leonard, the pride we have and the things that he have us do, man, the bar is high. As high as it can be in that room, man. And that's the standard. That's what we want to be. We want to be the best in the country, the best ever, and that's every year, man. And Coach Leonard does a great job of creating a game plan for us to go out there and just dominate. So, yeah, man, our best football on the defense side of the ball is yet to come, man. We still have a lot more goals we want to accomplish.
Mentioned Coach Leonard. He brought in Coach Poteet, Hank Poteet, this season. And I remember talking to him as training camp was starting, and one of the things going back to the spring, he wanted to instill the dog mentality, and he pointed to you as saying you got that right away. How do you define that, the dog mentality out there in the corner?
Yeah, man, just every play, no matter what the circumstance is, man, just have that mentality to play physical, fast, and take care of your job, man. And man, Coach Poteet, man, he's been a big help when we added him to our defense, man, as far as like honing in on our technique and the little things. It's something that we've been missing in the cornerback room since I've been here. We never really had a position coach. To have that position coach, man, it has helped our game, like no other, man. I'll probably say this is probably the best ball I've seen this room play in a long time. So, man, much credit to him and just kind of instilling that mentality to the whole room.
You mentioned the word physicality, and you hear a lot, and it's probably broadcasters who say it more than players, maybe some former players. They'll talk about how guys sometimes make business decisions. When I hear that now, I think of you, and the business decision was to throw your body at a guy. I'm thinking of the Michigan game. It was one of those like the old Kevin Harlan, no regard for human life. Yeah. You're not afraid of that, right? It seems like you embrace when the opportunity there to be physical. You're all over that.
Most definitely, man. It's just playing football, man. And a lot of people like to say a business decision, especially as a cornerback. But I look at it, man. You're a football player, man. And you know, whenever I get a chance to, you know, to fill in for the run, man, I get excited. You know, I kind of like playing in the box, you know, with the linebackers and stuff like that. Those are the type of stuff I kind of live for, man, and nothing I really shy away from.
Yeah, your business decision is different from the way people describe that. You're not afraid to get in there. Who did you admire at the position as you were progressing, you know, as a younger guy before you got to college? Who did you like to watch?
Oh man, it's crazy. I watched a lot of guys. I didn't really start playing corner until my sophomore year in high school. I was a running back, so I was more of an offensive guy. And then when I started playing corner, I was like, okay, let me see who I can watch and pay attention to. Because I was always big on studying college guys. You know, I loved college football growing up. And the one guy I watched a lot was Vernon Hargraves from Florida. You know, just growing up. Man, it's a lot. It's a lot. I can't really even name them all. Quincy Wilson. A lot of people don't really know much about him from Florida too. A lot of guys, man. Watching Sojourn. Yeah. You know, watching him. You know, his freshman year here and him being from Florida. Nick Nelson when I was here. You know, watching those guys. DT. Natrell. I love watching him how he plays safety and transitions from corner. Man, it's a lot of guys, man. I try to pick, different people and kind of add to my game. Jalen Ramsey when he was in college. So just to name a few.
There's a lot of Florida guys you mentioned there. You guys stick together, right? Even if you leave the state to go play college ball or go to college, but you guys always do stick together, don't you?
Most definitely. I say football in Florida is like a fraternity, man. Once you play and establish yourself, you kind of know everybody, no matter where it's at in Florida. You know everybody, and even when you play other teams, it's a Florida guy. You always find a way to kind of like talk to that guy. And it's always good vibes, man. Like I said, it's like a fraternity in Florida when you play football.
I want to circle back, Faion, to Coach Poteet, because he identified you pretty quickly as being one of those guys who is a leader, and maybe not just to the position group, as a leader. Period. How do you describe yourself that way? Are you vocal, or is it more by example? How do you go about that?
I like to look at myself as by example. Just coming in every day and doing the right things, and that's what this program is built on. And as I got older in the program, and coaches and players coming up to me and telling me they looked up to me as a leader, it actually kind of shocked me because I'm a real shy guy. I'm quiet. I don't really talk much, but when I do talk, I talk when needed, and I think that's what a lot of guys respect. And I try not to do too much. I let guys be them, because I understand, man, people make mistakes, and it's football. So I try to lead by example and be that guy that the younger guys can look up to and say, hey, that's how you do the right thing. That's the way to go about your business.
Final one for you, Faion. Part of college football, you face a variety of offenses, run heavy, triple option, pass happy. Facing all that, has that made you an even better player at this level? Yeah,
most definitely. Just over the course of years, every year, seeing myself get more comfortable and trusting myself a lot more, because knowing that I seen it all. I seen, well, not seen it all, but I seen a lot of football, and I can trust myself and trust what I see and play fast. And I think that's what helped me a lot this year, man. Just playing fast and trusting what I see. Knowing that I played a few years here, and I can just go out there and cut it loose, man. Having my coach trust me, Coach Leonard and Coach Poteet trusting us a lot more this year, man. It's been fun.
Yeah, one of the key members, as I said, of this defense for the Wisconsin Badgers, one of the best in all of college football, Faion Hicks. We'll take a break. More to come as we continue with the Badgers Sports Report.
Hard work, sweat, knowledge in your own two hands. These are the tools that build Wisconsin. Leave your mark on the real world with zero debt and higher pay. All from day one. It's time to do work that works for you. Learn more at buildingwisconsintogether.com.
On this game day, Good Foods Guacamole would like to salute all you players, no matter what you seem to be playing. You, sir, are a winner. You, ma'am, triumphant, and thumbs up to whatever it is you're doing. So let's hoist a guac-laden chip to all you players out there. Good Foods Guac, made from the freshest avocado and the cleanest ingredients. So here's to all the players and whatever game it is they're trying to play. Game day is Guac Day. Good Foods Guac.
The Badger Sports Report with Paul Chryst is presented by UW Health.
the healthcare team for the Badgers. Learn more at uwsportsmedicine.org. And is brought to you by the Construction Business Group, Wisconsin operating engineers and respected contractors. BuildingWisconsinTogether.com.
Thanks to Faion Hicks for joining us this week. Badgers have their last home game of the season, second to last regular season game of 2021 as the Nebraska Cornhuskers come to town. We'll talk to you next week. Thanks for watching.
This has been a presentation from Learfield.
You'll hear things like, you're gonna need to see a specialist.
That what you have is serious, like really serious.
And then you meet them, your medical team.
With research and clinical trials and new treatments.
With better procedures that lead to better results.
Then it hits you, you're gonna be okay.
UW Health. Remarkable medicine. Remarkable care.
We believe in education. We believe in public schools. At WEA Member Benefits, we believe in helping Wisconsin public school employees and their families achieve their financial goals by providing personal insurance, retirement and investment, and financial planning programs that are designed specifically for the education community. WEABenefits.com.
My favorite breakfast is Odyssey yogurt. I asked Mommy where it comes from, and she took me to a dairy farm to learn all about milk and, most importantly, cows. Wisconsin cows are definitely the happiest, which means they make the tastiest yogurt. My favorite is blueberry. What's your flavor? Support your local farmers. EIEI Odyssey.